Hi there and welcome back to Mommy Hates Cooking. Today I'm going to show you how to make this easy ranch spaghetti. It can be made gluten-free or regular, whichever way you prefer. This is one of our quick, easy meals for a quick dinner. This is a go-to pantry style meal, and it just has one little extra ingredient, which is that ranch seasoning. So the things you'll need, your ingredients, are going to be 1 pound of ground beef, 1 package of ranch seasoning mix, a 26-ounce jar of pasta sauce like Prego meat sauce, a pound of spaghetti pasta, either gluten-free or regular, and then you can use a 14.5-ounce can of tomatoes if you want, just to make it a little more chunky, but it's totally up to you. Sometimes I use those, sometimes I don't. It kind of depends on if I have them on hand whenever I'm making it, but it works perfectly either way. So the first thing you'll want to do is go ahead and brown your ground beef in a large saucepan right on the stove, which, shocker, I'm actually using my stove for a recipe. Most of my YouTube videos are all Ninja Foodie, but sometimes I do use my stove. So I am just going to brown this ground beef. And just a side note here, if you're in the market for pots and pans, the ones I'm using in this video are Never Stick pots and pans from Ninja. And they are by far the best pots and pans I've ever used. And I have literally gone through dozens over the years. And these truly do not stick. As you can see, it just slides right on the pan and in the pot, and it never sticks. So anyways, if you need a look at those, I'm going to link to them below because they are wonderful pots and pans. So once it's drained, I've returned it back to the pan. I'm going to add in my sauce, which you can use any marinara sauce, but I really like the Prego meat sauce. And then I'm just adding in a packet of the ranch seasoning. So once I have that added in, I'm just going to mix this together and let it simmer while my pasta is cooking. And as I said, this is super easy, totally basic spaghetti recipe. But you're going to kind of add a little extra with that ranch seasoning. It's going to taste like your own homemade meat sauce, even though it's kind of a cheater's version to homemade meat sauce. But it is delicious, and your family will love it. It's definitely one of our favorites. So while that is simmering, I'm going to go ahead and cook the spaghetti pasta just as it's instructed on the package. Very easy, very basic spaghetti. And with that, I usually let the meat simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I put it on low. That way it just kind of stays warm while this is cooking. Or you can do it at the same time, but usually my meat sauce is done before my pasta is done. So I'm using Barilla gluten-free spaghetti for this. That is my favorite brand of the gluten-free pasta. So as you can see here, I've drained it, rinsed it, and I'm returning it back to the pot, and then I'm just going to plate it. So all I'm going to do here is put some spaghetti on the plate, and then I just top it with our meat sauce right on top. I don't normally mix it all together. We just prefer it on top of the spaghetti. So that's what I'm going to do here. So you can see that the meat sauce is all nice and simmered together. And it's delicious. It's got a nice zesty ranch flavor. It's not overpowering either. It's just enough to give it a little kick. So I am going to add this right on top of the pasta. And then we like to add some shaved Parmesan to ours, or grated Parmesan, whichever one we have on hand. So I'm just adding that here. And then you can see it's all plated here, nice and pretty with our grated Parmesan. And we added a little bit of parsley on top too. This easy ranch spaghetti is ready to eat in less than 30 minutes. Super easy go-to meal, and it's a pantry style meal, so most likely you'll have everything in your pantry other than the ground beef, of course, and you'll be able to make this quickly. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this recipe. You can find the full recipe over on mommyhatescooking.com. Thank you so much for joining in, and be sure to tune in next week for a new video. Thanks again.